comments official. They were no joke at all whatsoever. Stephen A., does he have a point that Aaron Rodgers looks weak?
Not about the point that he made.
Okay.
I don't think that his point about the Aaron Rodgers fretting over Jordan Love being drafted last year was the strongest point of caring about draft. But I don't think he's looking at the big picture. I think that, or at least he didn't elaborate about the big picture. Terry Bradshaw is aware of the big picture. He covers the sport. He does a sensational job covering the sport on Fox on Sunday mornings. Let's be fair and real about that. I like him personally. He's a 4-time Super Bowl champion with the Pittsburgh Steelers, so he definitely has credentials. Having said all of that, I think it's important to recognize this. A lot of people out there are looking at Aaron Rodgers as weak now because we're hearing reports that he wants GM fired. You can't have reports out there like that and say nothing. You have to speak. You can't be passive-aggressive and let it leak out to Adam Schefter and have everybody commenting about your feelings when you haven't made your feelings known. What are they going to do to you exactly? By the way, did y'all know that when he hosted Jeopardy, he had the highest ratings than anybody? That's obviously since the passing of Alex Trebek, God rest his soul. The point is that he had high ratings.
That's great.
That's definitely an option for him if he wants to continue to play football, work out a trade or whatever. What is going to happen to you if you speak your mind and let everybody know you just want out? If you just want out, that would be one thing. But when reports come out that you want somebody fired, you don't get to disappear and hide under a rock and let everybody else just speculate about that. That part is weak, and we know how I feel about Aaron Rodgers. But that part is weak. You can't do that. You got to make sure everybody understands what you feel and why when that kind of stuff comes out. Not the stuff about him wanting to be traded.
I know.
But when you're highlighting a specific individual that you don't want employed anymore, that can't be from somebody else's lips. That's got to come from yours. That part is weak. And I think, even though Terry Bradshaw didn't bring it up, I think he knows about it. I think he's seen the recent reports. And I think he's alluding to all of those things, which is where the word weak came from. But based on what Terry Bradshaw verbalized, no, he's wrong about that.
Let me deal with what Terry Bradshaw said. I agree with your point, Stephen A., but I want to just deal with what he said.
Okay.
Terry Bradshaw's wrong. It's not weak, and it doesn't look weak out of Aaron Rodgers. He's just flat out wrong. Now, Terry Bradshaw is one of the all-time greats. If you looked up his numbers, if a kid who didn't know looked up his numbers, he'd be like, what's so good about Terry Bradshaw? It's like high teens touchdowns, sometimes more interceptions than touchdowns. Because the game was different. Take the 20th best quarterback in the league right now and put up his numbers, they're going to look better than Terry Bradshaw's. Would you ever compare that dude to Terry Bradshaw? If you did, you'd be a fool. Terry Bradshaw is one of the greatest who ever did it. He had a rocket for an arm. He won 4 Super Bowls. You know why? Because he was great. But the game was different back then. So the numbers aren't going to tell you the whole story. The game has changed. And Terry Bradshaw's acting like it's the same game he played back then. I'm not just talking about the game between the lines. I'm talking about the game outside the lines. The quarterback is so important now and has so much more responsibility that the very best of the best, they get their way. Tom Brady's not happy in New England. He goes down to Tampa. They give him everything he wants. They win the Super Bowl. He wants to bring everyone back. AB everyone. They bring everyone back. Patrick Mahomes says, y'all got to protect me. I was running for my life in the Super Bowl. The Chiefs go out and get the 2 best offensive linemen that money can buy or that trade can acquire before the draft. Here you go, Patrick. Whatever you say. Aaron Rodgers comes in with some suggestions to the front office. Know your place. Shut up and play. Shut up and dribble. Know your place. We're going to draft. We're going to move up. You just made the NFC Championship game, but you look like maybe you're regressing. We're going to move up and take your replacement in the first round. You think Aaron Rodgers looks weak? Terry Bradshaw weak? Like he's scared of Jordan Love? He went out and threw 48 touchdowns against 5 picks, won the MVP. Not his fault. The ball was taken out of his hands, right, in the NFC Championship game and handed to Tom Brady. Got back to the NFC Championship game and played well down the stretch, although I have certain criticism of that. Nevertheless, Aaron Rodgers balled out. Is Jordan Love anywhere near Aaron Rodgers? Does Aaron Rodgers look scared or weak? Or does he look like he's been disrespected and doesn't like it? If anything, to me, it looks strong. Oh, time out. You guys want to do me like that? How about try this one? I'm out. No, we're not going to trade you. Everyone knows you cannot have a disgruntled quarterback lead you to the Super Bowl in today's day and age. Either they make it better with Aaron Rodgers, or they will trade him just like he's ordering them to trade him, because that's basically what's happening. And guess what? They will follow orders because, in fact, quarterbacks like Aaron Rodgers are actually the boss. And the Green Bay Packers haven't figured this out yet. Maybe neither has Terry Bradshaw. But if Bradshaw was playing today, he'd be the boss too. And I bet you'd like it.